Welcome to Searching and Filtering in Snap. This video will cover how the search and filter function works, how to filter results for the most effective workflows, and how to save and delete filters. Searching and filtering are powerful features in Snap and will have a big impact on workflows, so let's get started. To use Snap efficiently, you'll need to understand searches and filters. A search is the act of indexing a set of criteria, like insured name, effective date, or status against all entries for matches. A search can use single or multiple criteria. A search using a saved set of multiple criteria is called a filter. A filter is a grouping of search criteria which have been saved. A search with a single criteria, effective date, might bring back dozens of results to sift through. A search using a filter made up of insured name, a status of clear, and an effective date of next month would substantially narrow that list. Effective filtering is important, so let's walk through creating a filter. The search feature is accessed for all three widgets by clicking the magnifying glass in the widget title bar. But before you make an initial search to start a filter, you need to ensure your starting filter is broad enough to find what you need. In all three widget title bars next to the name is a drop-down. This is where your filters are listed, and what is selected here determines the starting dataset for all searches and filters performed in that widget. The Submissions widget has 4 default filters, the Recent Activity widget has 2, and Tasks has 1 to start with. Create and save your own submission and recent activity filters to reuse in the future. As you define and save your own filters in the widgets, they'll be available in each widget. For example, selecting My Agency All and filtering for renewals in Clear Status for submissions where your agency has reserved the market shows different results than filtering for renewals starting with a default filter of My Submissions All. The reason is, My Agency All looks at all submissions for your agency, and My Submissions All only filters on submissions assigned to you. Remember to check the filter you're starting from if you're not seeing the expected results. Once you've selected your default filter, additional criteria can be used to edit the filter. Think of search criteria as Legos. You can click together multiple Lego blocks to create something. In Snap, you can put together multiple criteria to create a filter that drills down to exactly what you want. Try to create filters that are as specific as possible. The better the filter, the fewer and more focused the search results, and the easier it is to work with them. When searching in submissions, the first criteria field, Insured, is automatically shown. This field lets you search for an insured by name, FEIN number, policy number, or submission number, and serves as a flexible, single criteria quick search to find a submission. Next to it, there are also some pre-filled criteria shown. What you see is based on the filter you have active. These criteria are what's being used to create your starting filter level view and save you time in creating new filters. For example, My Submissions Active is made up of the criteria agent current user, which is me, the My part of My Submissions and Status, any active status, which is the active part of the starting filter. To filter for My Submissions in Draft Status, a more specific type of active status, you just need to change the status filter to Draft instead of having to enter the criteria again to define the filter. Next to this field is a button labeled Additional Criteria. This shows the list of search criteria available to build filters. You can pick criteria from the list or begin typing, and applicable criteria names populate. Once the criteria are selected, you'll need to specify the type. As soon as you begin specifying criteria and their types, the Submissions window workspace changes to reflect the search. You can put together as many criteria as are available. To eliminate criteria from your filter, just click the X next to its field. The Save Filter As button is now active. Use it to save or reset the filter. Once a filter is saved, it's accessible from the Filter Levels dropdown. Notice the filter settings title has also changed to include Edited in orange next to the filter name. This is a quick visual reminder that a filter is active and affecting the information rows displayed in the Submissions widget's workspace. Let's walk through setting up and saving a filter. Let's look for submissions assigned to me in clear and quoted status, effective next month. First, we'll ensure the starting filter level is set to Show My Submissions Active. Make sure to set the starting filter level correctly. If the starting filter level is changed after criteria have been added, it clears the criteria and the process has to start again. Click the magnifying glass to bring up the search tool. In the Pre-filled Status field, we'll change any active status to Clear and also select Quoted. You can stack statuses in criteria. When you've made all your status selections, click outside and above the drop-down to close it. Next, in the Additional Criteria field, we'll select Effective Date and the next month value. As you can see, every criteria you added to the filter narrowed the search results. Once you define a group of criteria, you can save it as a filter so you don't have to recreate it every time. Your saved filters are yours and unique to your Snap ID, so name them something meaningful to you. When you start defining filter criteria, the Save Filter As button becomes available. Click this to enter a filter name and click Save to save the filter. Once saved, the filter is available to select in the Starting Filters drop-down. Over time, the saved filters list may grow rather long or contain filters you no longer need. To delete a filter, select it from the Starting Filters to make it active and click the drop-down arrow next to the Save Filter As button. You'll be given the option to delete the active filter. Filters can also serve as the starting point for other filters. Just select a filter from the Starting Filter Level drop-down. Revise the criteria and types to reflect what you need, and resave the filter with a new name. The approach to creating and saving filters outlined for the Submissions widget works the same for the Recent Activity widget, but here you will have different and fewer criteria. The Starting Filter Level dropdown is something you'll need to pay attention to when looking for submissions or recent activity, since it determines what you see in the workspace. Filters are a powerful way to sort data in Snap, but once you get your filter results in the workspace, you can still sort further. Each column in the workspace can be sorted alphanumerically. The Status column is the exception. It sorts by workflow order. There's a lot to Snap's search and filter capabilities, so don't be afraid to experiment with different combinations of criteria. This video covered how the search and filter function works, how to filter results for the most effective workflows, and how to save and delete filters. We hope this video answered your questions. If you still need assistance, we're happy to help. See our Snap resource area for additional videos and guides at icwgroup.com/snap or simply call your ICW Group Business Development Underwriter. Thanks for watching.